Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Uncle Frank, and I am not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, guys, we can't just cover penny stocks and crypto. Let's look into some large caps. The United Arab Emirates-based billionaire Hussein Sajwani will invest $20 billion towards building data centers in the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump announced this on Tuesday, disclosing a massive investment in a burgeoning American industry and deepening his year-long ties with Sajwani. Let's go a little deeper now. U.S. government to partner with Emirati billionaire for new funding. Trump and Sajwani have indicated this sum could more than double. Investment will keep America on the cutting edge of technology and artificial intelligence. The first phase of the investment is set to target Arizona, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Ohio, Oklahoma, and Texas. However, Trump and Sajwani didn't rule out future investments. Now, the news doesn't come without its downsides. Data centers are widely criticized for their high energy consumption and usage of other natural resources like water for cooling. In its last environmental report, Google noted a 48% rise in data center emissions, blaming the rapid expansion of AI for the negative impacts. In his speech, Trump declared companies investing over $1 billion in the U.S. would benefit from expedited environmental reviews, helping them to establish more quickly. More broadly, hyperscalers have also committed to spending big in the industry. In the past month, AWS has committed to spending $21 billion to support its infrastructure in 2 U.S. states with the promise of generating more jobs. So, Uncle Frank, how can a guy like you get in on all this investment since you can't give investment advice? I'm glad you asked, Sparky. Let's look here. 2 stock split artificial intelligence stocks Wall Street billionaires are buying. Billionaire number 1, Stanley Druckenmiller of Duquesne Family Office, outperformed the S&P 500 by 50 percentage points during the last 3 years. He purchased 240,000 shares of Broadcom during the third quarter, and it now ranks among his top 15 holdings. That's on the NASDAQ symbol AVGO. This guy also said back in October of last year he was short U.S. bonds and staying out of China. Back then, he said the market is leaning heavily for a Republican sweep, and he believes this would boost the economy for a quarter or two and improve business sentiment on moves to deregulate. Right on, Stan. Important to note, he thought that it would also spike U.S. bond yields, which could suffocate the equity market. Guess what, guys? He was right, and it's playing out right before your eyes right now. We have to follow and listen to the opinions of smart people too, not just Kramer and Gasparino. Stanley also criticized the Fed for the excessively easy policy during the pandemic, when he felt they were too slow to begin hiking rates. Agreed. He also criticized the Fed for possibly making a mistake again in starting to cut rates too aggressively, which could risk a new inflationary spike if the economy remains strong and in general risk Fed independent. Agreed. That just happened in December. So now you have a new guy to follow, Stanley D, and he's going with AVGO. Far less impressive billionaire Stephen Cohen of Point72 Asset Management outperformed the S&P 500 by 30 percentage points during the last 3 years. He bought just under 212,000 shares of Arista Networks in the third quarter. That's ANET on the New York guys, and it is now among his top 10 holdings. Yes, this is one of the jerk-offs portrayed in the movie Dumb Money, and yes, this is the guy that owns the Mets. More important, Broadcom and Arista are key suppliers of artificial intelligence infrastructure, and they have seen their share prices more or less quadruple in the last 2 years. both companies completed stock splits in 2024 to reset their soaring share prices. Let's start with Broadcom. It's a semiconductor and software company best known for its networking chips and application-specific integrated circuits, or ASICs. It has 80% revenue share in Ethernet switching and routing chipsets, which move information through data centers. That market could grow as fast as 30% annually as enterprises build out artificial intelligence infrastructure, and that's all according to JP Morgan Chase. Meanwhile, Broadcom has about 60% market share in high-end ASICs, which are custom chips purpose-built for specialized use cases, especially accelerating AI workloads. Broadcom currently designs chips for 3 hyperscalers, a term that refers to companies with massive data center footprints. While those hyperscalers are unnamed, most analysts suspect they are Google parent Alphabet, TikTok parent ByteDance, and Meta Platforms. Broadcom CEO Hock Tan recently said revenue from those 3 hyperscalers could land between $60 billion and $90 billion in 2027, up from $12.2 billion in 2024. That implies annual growth between 70 to 95%. But Tan also said Broadcom was working with 2 new hyperscalers, reportedly Apple and OpenAI, that could be revenue-generating customers by 2027. That means AI chip sales could increase at a triple-digit pace in the next 3 years. Now let's do Arista. It's a networking company best known for providing Ethernet switches to hyperscalers, Microsoft and Meta Platforms, though it has other high-profile customers like Alphabet, Oracle, and SpaceX. The company is the revenue leader in high-speed Ethernet switches, meaning 100 gigabytes per second and faster. High-speed networking is essential for AI workloads. Cisco Systems is still the leader in the overall Ethernet switching space, but Arista has 3 times more market share in the high-speed category. That dominance is due in part to its extensible operating system, or EOS. All Arista hardware runs a single version of EOS, but Cisco uses multiple operating systems, which could make managing the network more complicated. Looking ahead, Arista says its total addressable market will increase at 14% annually through 2028. Artificial intelligence will undoubtedly be an important growth driver. Hyperscalers are investing heavily in artificial intelligence infrastructure to ensure they remain competitive. However, Arista should also benefit as smaller enterprises modernize their networks to support an ever-growing number of connected devices. Now, Broadcom, or AVGO, closed at $224.31 Friday, losing $5 or 2.18%. Over the past year, it's up 103.92%. Its all-time high closing price from this past December was $250. The 52-week high stands at $251.88. Year-to-date, AVGO is down 5%. Now, Arista Networks, or ANET, closed at $114.34 Friday, losing $1.17 or 1.01%. Over the past year, it's up 81.67%. Its all-time high closing price from last week was $118.98. The 52-week high stands at $120.28. That's 4.3% over its current share price. Year to date, it's up 3% so far. Now, stick with me, guys. We're putting together a nice folder of stocks here. That's a data center on your screen from Barron's in November. 4 AI data center stocks to buy for the big trend. Demand is robust. Advancements in AI tech are driving the construction of larger data centers, which is providing attractive opportunities for investors. KeyBank Capital Markets research team shared its top ideas about what companies will benefit from the AI infrastructure build-out. The stocks include Invent Electric, Constellation Energy, Entergy, and Portland General Electric. All four stocks have overweight ratings. That's NVT, CEG, ETR, and POR. Quote, for our names exposed to data center hardware and infrastructure, 3Q24 earnings season largely continued to showcase robust demand trends around the theme the team wrote. Okay, so this is not investment advice. I am not an investment advisor. I will never tell you to buy, sell, or hold any security or cryptocurrency. But which ones are you going to buy, Uncle Frank? None of them. Well, I will say this. If there's a serious crash, I will load up on EVgo, no doubt. Or if I were putting together an IRA for my cousin who loves tech, I might put together a portfolio including Google, IBM, Microsoft, Broadcom, and Arista, and then add these four stocks listed here so I could slant the portfolio towards AI and data center buildouts. But that's not why I made this video. Here's why. Now, in my previous video, I already disclosed all my positions for Q1, everything I'm long right now. I made this video to explain why I'm still investing or invested in AI, quantum software, AI Phase 2, and now even some data center names. I also shared Bloomberg's predictions for 2025 on your screen. The AI rally isn't over. Pretty much every institution warns investors not to expect another year of equity returns topping 20%, just like they did a year ago. But few are ready to call an end to the artificial intelligence-fueled stock boom, right? Well, I agree and disagree. I believe AI, quantum, and related names will still shine in 2025 like they do. And I think market breadth will continue to be a problem because of that, mainly the Mag 7. I also believe the EV toll space will heat up here and there during this year. I think XRP will be the biggest crypto story of the year, possibly the decade. And I'm only presently invested in ISO 222 tokens, XRP being my largest position. Where I differ from Bloomberg is I believe the S&P can do 20% again from right here, unless there's a catastrophic event, mainly because China, Europe, specifically the UK, Canada, etc., are a complete mess. In a sense, we're the only girl at the dance, so by default, we're the prettiest girl at the dance, even though if you catch us in the right light, we are desperately ugly. Having said that, I agree with Stanley Druckenmiller that Trump himself is a bit inflationary because he has American businesses ready to charge ahead. I think Treasury rates will persist in being a problem. We're knocking on 5% right now. I believe inflation will persist in being a problem. We have a possible longshoreman strike coming. We're about to reach our debt limit again. We're about to inaugurate a new president with both chambers behind him. All the geopolitical and systemic economic threats that existed before the election are still with us. I am predicting volatility, and more volatility for 2025 starting this coming week. Wow, this calendar has been like a hellscape so far this year, complete with the California wildfires. Let's go through the events step by step so we're prepared for what's ahead. Only 9 days to what I call Trump-O-Rama Inauguration Day. Tuesday the 14th, PPI. Wednesday the 15th, CPI. So we're switching from jobs data back to inflation data, and we also have a court appearance in the SEC versus Ripple case on Wednesday the 15th. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I believe a lot of people do. I've noticed the price of XRP has been weak recently, and I believed it was due to smart money knowing what's going to happen this coming Wednesday. Now, all of a sudden today, I see XRP and crypto coming back to life. I want you to remember, crypto survived the sell-off we had in the markets last week. It's a risk asset. Now, because Gensler is a bitter, defeated egomaniac, if he can screw us one more time before he leaves, I say he will, just like Biden's been doing to Trump. Now, I should warn you that Wall Street itself will begin reporting earnings with JP Morgan Chase, Goldman, BlackRock, and Citi all reporting before the open on Wednesday the 15th. Their forward-looking comments will be leaking out into the press all day that day, so be ready. I suggest you go to Earnings Hub and print out the monthly calendar of earnings so you know what to expect and when. We could also get a longshoreman strike at midnight on the 16th. After initial jobless claims come out, and they come out every Thursday morning. Now remember, on the job side, good news is bad news for the markets at this time. So this week we start with inflation data and shift back to jobs data. Friday the 17th is the first ever inaugural crypto ball, and we'll be watching the tweets for 2025 crypto information leaks. Something big could leak out of this event. Let's see what Trump and other crypto dignitaries have to say. Did you notice that all the dates from Tuesday the 14th to Thursday the 23rd are highlighted in yellow? That's because that's when the federal government could hit the debt limit, forcing the Treasury to take extreme measures. Let me ask you one question. Do you think Janet, no telling Yellen over at the Treasury, is interested in helping Trump or our nation? I'll leave that up to you to answer. Now, what should concern us all is that debt limit time window includes Trump's inauguration day. That's 9 days away. And did you know the markets will be closed on that Monday, the 20th, because it's also MLK Day? That makes the VIX calls expiring that week on the 22nd very interesting to me. I've already sold my VIX calls and nearly 3x'd on those. So the question is, do the bad actors have anything planned for us between now and then? That possibility has me on Swan Watch until Trump moves into the White House and Gary Gensler moves out of the SEC. If all that wasn't enough, Trump's inauguration week is also the week the World Economic Forum meets under the theme Collaboration for the Intelligent Age. I find that hilarious in light of how the intelligent age is handling the wildfires out in California right now. The last week of January, will feature this year's first Fed meeting, culminating with no rate change on the 29th, Wednesday, followed by the Fed's favorite indicator, PCE, which comes out on Friday the 31st. Take a screenshot so you know what's going to happen and when, kiddies. This could be a bumpy 3 weeks coming up, so buckle up, buttercups. Okay, let's do crypto. At the time of this recording, about 2 p.m. Central. Now, all of a sudden, on Saturday at 4 in the morning, my crypto portfolio started waking up, led by XRP. You guys already know all the ISO coins, but these are my personal positions. Evernote, or EVR, was an airdrop I received for owning XRP. That's up 53.76% over the past 7 days. XRP is back around 250 again, up 6.25% over the past 24 hours, currently at 2.4960. XDC is at 0.09809, up 11.79% over the past 7 days. XLM moved up 2.11% over the past 24. It's at 0.4297. Then you can see I have a position in Ripple's new stablecoin. Hedera, or HBAR, has been sluggish, down 8.26% over this week, but finally showing a little green in this last hour. I've got it up 0.28% at 0.2799, so almost 28 cents. Algo also got pummeled down 11.92% over the past 7, but is up this hour by 0.51%. It's currently at 0.3637. You can see by the vertical line I added for you, XRP went rogue around 4 a.m. and is now up to 251, up 6.54% over the past day. Market cap up 6.63% and volume up 13.07%. So let's check the chatter and see what's behind all this. XRP is gaining momentum due to its critical role in evolving financial systems and innovative payment solutions. Ripple's strategic actions, like considering an XRP ETF amid positive regulatory conditions, further elevate its market position. Yeah, I count 6 potential ETFs for 2025. The XRPL is approaching significant technological upgrades with 80% of its servers updated. This progression promises robust infrastructure improvements for the ledger's future. Bank of America's integration of XRP for internal transactions could signal growing acceptance and credibility of cryptocurrencies in traditional banking, paving the way for increased institutional use. Okay, breaking today an hour ago, 3 reasons why Ripple Labs XRP is prime for a big upside move. Tell us the 3 reasons, please. XRP, the native cryptocurrency of the decentralized blockchain created by Ripple Labs, remains in a consolidation phase as top peers like Solana, Polkadot, and Cardano fall by double digits. But they list reason number 1 as XRP whales by the dip. Whale accumulation is one of the most popular bullish catalysts for cryptocurrencies since these investors are believed to be more sophisticated. Data shows that XRP whales have continued to accumulate the coin as mood in the crypto industry worsens. According to Ali Martinez, a popular crypto investor who cited sentiment data, showed that these whales bought 1 billion XRP tokens in the last 48 hours. That is an indicator that they are optimistic about the coin. Listed as reason number 2, Ripple ETF approval hopes. Meanwhile, polymarket traders are optimistic that the SEC will approve a spot XRP exchange-traded fund, or ETF, by 2025. A small poll, which is 5,000 in assets, places these odds at 68%. Another poll with 30,000 places the odds that a Ripple ETF will be approved by July 31st at 51%. These hopes have remained elevated after Donald Trump won the election and promised to be a more crypto-friendly president. He has nominated Paul Atkins as the next SEC chair and started to create his artificial intelligence and crypto council. Crypto ETFs have become highly popular among investors. The ProShares Bitcoin ETF has over 2.3 billion in assets, while spot Bitcoin ETFs have attracted over 36 billion in inflows. Bitcoin ETFs have over 107 billion in assets, while Ethereum ones have 11.6 billion. In addition to XRP, crypto investors are betting on the potential approval of Solana, Hedera Hashgraph, and Chainlink ETFs. Reason number 3, XRP price has bullish technicals. Ripple has also formed strong technicals that could push its price significantly higher in the next few weeks. Not investment advice or advisor. The daily chart shows that XRP has been forming a bullish pennant pattern, one of the most popular continuation signs in trading. The lower side of the flag was at 0.4913, while the triangle pattern has been forming since December. A bullish breakout often happens when the 2 lines of triangle near their confluence. XRP has remained above the 50-day moving average, while the MVRV indicator has dropped to 2.5, a sign that it is undervalued. Therefore, The initial level to watch will be the extreme overshoot point of the Murray math lines, followed by the 2024 high of 290, and then the psychological level at $3 per token. And as I wrap this video, guys, XRP is pumping. 259 up 9.54% over the past day. Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel and set the alert so you're notified when I have new information to share. See you at the bell.